Welcome to Mornings with Michelle. I'm Michelle Foster and delighted that you chose to join me on my podcast today. We are inspiring dreams, and I am so gifted to have the amazing friends and relationships that I have join me on these podcasts, because my ultimate goal is to open your minds to the possibilities and inspire your dreams for your life to fulfill everything that you want to have an extraordinary life. So welcome again. My name is Michelle Foster, and you are with us today at Mornings with Michelle.
Good morning, listeners. I'm so grateful for this day and for this moment to be with you. And we wake up with an identity in the morning, and it carries us through the day a lot of the time. So what I mean by this is, in the morning, you may be that family caregiver. You might be the mom, the dad. During the day, you might be, again, the mom or the businesswoman or the neighbor. And we all understand what our identity means. And, some of it's very granular based on who we're with. And then at other times, we have this overriding high-level identity. And that's what I really want to talk about today. Because in the spirit of transformation and personal growth, I think the piece that I see the most and hear the most when I chat with people, very high-level performing people, is that realizing that you have an idea, you have to do the work. Let's call that the mundane. And then you have that transformation. What I think is missing, and I've had people agree and kind of have aha moments, and that's why this is the subject of my podcast today. You now transform into a new identity. So let's use something like going to the gym. When you first start out, whether you've never been there, it's been 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years, you walk in with an identity of, we'll call it newbie, stiff, uncomfortable, learning, not part of the fold. And as you spend more time there, as you work more and more on the muscles and you start to transform, you start to have even the habit of driving to the gym, things change. Confidence certainly builds. Relationships change. You usually meet some people there. The muscles will really start to respond. You'll feel more energy. You'll feel more awareness of the physical body. And that identity becomes more of, I'm a gym member, where potentially when you first walked in, it was, I'm going to the gym. And that is just an example of what I'm trying to say about transformation. Because when we achieve a new level, when we lean in and we grow, we do subscribe to a new level of identity. And the piece that I think stops people from either recognizing this or growing further is they don't see that for themselves. When others see it for us, I'll use another example, probably even or just as comparable as the gym is weight loss. And a lot of times when someone releases an extreme amount of weight and other people see it, the identity of the weight loss recipient does not see it. A lot of you know I work in weight management with my isogenics business, and it's such a big part of my coaching is getting that identity internally to realize the growth. I think that when other people are acknowledging it, we tend to think that they think we've changed, but that we take it as maybe sometimes not a good thing, but it's a great thing. And I think what happens is if we don't recognize ourselves or have a coach, mentor, or even the recognition of that lean in, that personal growth into that new identity, we really lose the essence of what the change is all about. And so the point of today's podcast is to really, we're all striving. You're not on these calls. You're not listening to my podcast if you're not a personal development. I want to be better, and better every day person, because that's what I talk about. We inspire dreams here. And I think it's just really important as we go through a day, a week, a month. It's now the second month of the new year, and maybe, hopefully, some of your goals are really starting to feel like they're molding, and maybe some of them aren't. But there's an identity that's attached to what I'm saying. And, I feel strongly that just identifying the identity of where you're at is the win. You can decide if it's a positive, negative, or, neutral. But I believe that just the recognition of the identity is really the essence of where transformation takes us to that level where our ceiling becomes our floor. Friends, family, listeners, thank you so much for taking so much of your time out to listen to me. And I know that we all have so much said time, and I appreciate you. And I wish you nothing but peace, love, and joy. And as you know, this is Michelle Foster signing out.
Well, that's a wrap for today. I want to thank you for your time. It's so precious. Our time and our time freedom is everything. So I want to thank you for joining us today at Mornings with Michelle. This is Michelle Foster, and I encourage you to come visit us on Instagram at Collagen Works, WERKS, Collagen Works, because we are doing some fun things there with Instagram parties, with fun giveaways. It's all about beauty and all about fun tips. So again, go ahead and go to your Instagram and become part of our community at Collagen Works, because we have really fun Instagram parties. Looking forward to seeing you there. And always feel free to comment on the podcast, or if there's something that you would like us to talk about, please let me know your thoughts. That would be amazing. Have a super fantastic day, my friend. This is Michelle Foster from Mornings with Michelle, signing off.